Hello grade 9s, I'm busy with question 4 and I'm doing the bank T account in the general ledger. Okay, so first thing I need to do is to decide what kind of account is bank. Bank is an asset, and what's the rules for assets? The asset rule states that assets become more on the debit side and less on the credit side. Okay, so that's the rule that we're going to apply throughout the whole question, throughout the whole bank T account question. Okay, so first step that we do is classification, and we're saying it's an asset, so I'm going to apply the asset rule, debit and credit the whole time while doing the bank account. Okay, alright, so let's start with the opening balance, because we start with a specific amount in the beginning of the month. So there was 70,000 Rand in the bank account on the 1st of June. Now assets, according to a rule that we have, that all assets normally have a debit opening balance and the left hand side is the debit side. So I'm going to put the 70,000 Rand amount over here. Okay, so that's the 70,000 Rand. Okay, it's on the 1st of June. So what do? I write there June 2021 and I write the first, and it's a balance that we bring down of 70,000 Rand. So that means there's 70,000 in the bank. So bringing down those two rules, I'm just going to put the plus on the left hand side and the minus on the credit side. Okay, alright, so now I've got 70,000 in the bank account, and from our previous example we said that there will be 100,000 that we receive in the CRJ. Now because the bank increases, it's a receipts journal, so bank increases. Okay, so on which side does assets increase? Assets on the debit side or the left hand side. Alright, so assets increase on the left hand or debit side, so that is why we have to put the 100,000 Rand on the left hand or debit side. Okay, so that's what happened within the month. Okay, cash receipts journal, I'm receiving money, so my bank increases on the left hand or debit side. Which journal did it come? The CRJ, so I write in this small column, I write CRJ. Okay, remember these first two columns, the first two columns over here will be the date. That will be what is happening, that will be the folio number, and that will be the amount. Okay, so it's a cash receipts journal, so in the bank account I write total receipts. Total receipts. Okay, and because it is a total of the whole journal for the whole month, all the transactions that took place in the CRJ, I'm going to write the last day of the month, which is 30 days. There's 30 days in June. Okay, now we've done the bank. Remember, I take bank, I take the total, I put it in the bank account. Now I look for bank again, I see it in the CPJ, 50,000 Rand. Okay, so why is it credited? Because I'm losing money. I'm paying money out of the bank account, so the bank decreases if I'm paying money out, and it decreases, assets decrease on the side. Showing it here again. In the bank account, so the 50,000 Rand, that 50,000 Rand will then be on the credit side over here, because it must decrease the bank account, which is an asset. Okay, again I write June 2021. Okay, 30th I write total payments, and it comes from the CPJ. It comes from the CPJ, so I write there CPJ. Okay. Now, to balance the account or to close off the account, we ask ourselves the following. Alright, there's two transactions on this side, so that will help us. If there's two transactions on the one side, leave a line open under those two transactions, only one on that side. So wherever the most transactions is, leave a line open under that, and then we can, alright, I'm doing it freehand now, but you can take a ruler and take the, and just write the amounts, or make it two total columns at the bottom. Alright, now then your next step would be which side is the most. Okay, the left hand side is the most. Alright, so I'm going to add the amount that's the most, or the side that's the most. I'm going to add it, 170,000 Rand. Okay, I'm going to write it down on the left hand or debit hand. I'm going to take that same amount, and I'm going to, the 170, and I'm going to write it on the credit side as well. Okay, I'm going to write it on the credit side, 170,000 there as well. Okay, so this is correct. 70 plus 100,000 is 1, but 0 is definitely not equal to 170. So what do we need to add? We need to add another 120,000. It's the 170 minus the 50 will give us 120. Okay, now opening balances is BD, but closing balance we write carry down CD, and I write there balance on the last day of the month 120,000 Rand. Okay, so what happened here? We had 70,000 in the bank, we received 100,000, we paid out 50,000, and that will leave us with another 120,000 Rand. Okay, so now I'm going to bring that 120,000 Rand, I'm going to bring it down on the left hand or debit side, because the debit side was bigger by 120,000 Rand. And because it's the first day of the next month, which is the 1st of July 2021, I'm going to write balance brought down. Always on the first day of the month, it's balance brought down, and that is the complete. So we've got 120,000 Rand left in the bank account. Okay, so that was the bank account for question 4.